Hello there, good evening and welcome. This is ABUJA Dispatch, and like we always say on this program, this is a platform that is specially created to bring to your living rooms those events, issues, and indeed those characters that have shaped the entire landscape of the federal capital city, Abuja, in the outgoing week. Adegboyega Arogbodo is my name. Let's start off with those stories that made up our news headlines in the last 7 days.
The federal government says the recent heinous attacks on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo in Ondo State, which left several worshippers dead and scores injured, might not be unconnected with terrorist activities of Islamic State of West African Province fighters. Briefing State House correspondents after a 4-hour National Security Council meeting on Thursday, Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola, alongside the Inspector General of Police Usman Baba, hinted that the council reviewed the general security situations in the country with particular reference to the recent ugly incident in Ondo State, and all traces of intelligence were pointing towards a possible ISWAP attack. The council further condemned any insinuation of ethno-religious coloration being given to the Owo incident that could lead to reprisal attacks. The Speaker, House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, has demanded immediate action from government against Sunday's attack on a church in Owo, Ondo State, which resulted in the death of many worshippers. Gbajabiamila, who condemned the dastardly act, described those behind the attack as enemies of the state who must be fished out and dealt with accordingly. He wondered why anybody would attack worshippers at their place of worship, saying only a wicked mind could kill in such a mindless manner. The Speaker lamented that the activities of terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, and other criminal elements in the country were becoming a daily occurrence in Nigeria. Following the spate of prohibition of trafficking in persons and migration challenges in the country, the International Organization for Migration is set to support the efforts of the federal government to build knowledge and operational activities of Immigration Authority and other relevant border authorities. This was re-echoed at the decoration of 94 newly promoted officers of the service who were found worthy based on excellent performance with good responsibilities on duty. The Assistant Controller General Issa Jerry, who commended the newly appointed Assistant Controller Generals and Controllers of Immigration Service, further urged all officers to adhere to the rules of the agency and make impact in their duties as part of agents of national security. As part of efforts to unbundle the grey areas in the approved task schedule which guided the operation of the Nigeria Free Trade Zone scheme, the Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Federal Inland Revenue Service. Making the intention known in Abuja, the Managing Director of NEBSA, Professor Adesoji Adeshugba, said the MOU is aimed at strengthening the tax schedule for compliance purposes in line with Section 19 of the NEBSA Act. Adeshugba highlighted that the importance of the country's zone scheme in growing the nation's economy cannot be overemphasized, adding that the authority is seriously working on its operations to ensure the scheme yields the desired impact on the nation's economy.
To see the special convention of the All Progressives Congress APC, which commenced on Tuesday night into the afternoon of Wednesday, was full of intrigues and drama, is to state the obvious. The Eagle Square in Abuja was a beehive of activity as 2,322 delegates from the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT were to choose the party's presidential flag bearer for the 2023 polls. The security around the venue was watertight 48 hours before the D-Day. Unlike the earlier convention, which was characterized by violence, overcrowding and pickpocketing, this time around, the venue was heavily manned by men of different security agencies. The stage was considered fully set for all segments of interest the moment President Muhammadu Buhari called for an open contest for all aspirants so that whoever emerges will be by the popular vote of the 2,322 delegates chosen from the 774 local governments across the country. The delegate accreditation commenced earlier on Tuesday at the International Conference Center, Abuja, and from there, the delegates proceeded to the venue of the primaries. The arrival of President Muhammadu Buhari marked the official beginning of the event, followed by an array of speeches, particularly from presidential hopefuls jostling for the delegates' votes. President Muhammadu Buhari urged members of the All Progressives Congress APC to remain united and avoid acrimony, while calling on delegates at the special convention to consider voting the presidential candidate with the best chances of securing victory in the 2023 elections.
I cannot overemphasize that the principal challenge before us is the need to keep a united front for the party. It is primarily why the party National Executive Committee has vested its powers in the National Working Committee for the time being, as requested and in compliance with the party constitution, to ensure smooth party administration and operations in these critical times in the overall interest of the party.
The national chairman of the APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, had warned delegates and party chieftains not to make the mistake of taking wrong steps in electing presidential candidates on primordial basis.
I am the first to confess that the choice of a flag bearer is not an easy decision. The convention has been called to make, but it is a decision which the must nevertheless make. Choosing one out of this military army of competent men and women is not just a task, it is a burden. The choice we make has ramifications for our party and our country. We cannot afford to make our choice out of sentiments or other primordial considerations.
The national leader of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, was the first aspirant to address the delegates. Delivering his speech, the 70-year-old politician boasted about his achievement as the governor of Lagos State, which he intends to replicate as Nigeria's president. Soon, the convention became a show for Tinubu, who had been tipped to emerge victorious after 7 aspirants stepped down from the race and backed him for the presidential ticket. Leading the pack was the immediate past Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, joining the former Akwa Ibom State Governor in the train of withdrawals, where other presidential aspirants from the southwest. They include the Governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, former Governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosun, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dimeji Bankole, and Senator Ajayi Borofiz. Others who relinquished their presidential bid in support of Tinubu are Jigawa State Governor Mohammed Abubakar Badaru and the only woman in the race, Barrister Uju Kennedy Ohanenye. Throughout Tuesday night to Wednesday noon, the voting was on and consequently the sorting.
Signature Bola Ahmed. Signature Tinubu.
And the moment came when the national leader was declared winner of the keenly contested election, having polled 1,271 votes.
1,670 to 1,271. 1,271.
This is to certify that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having declared winner. And by the power conferred on me as the returning officer of this special presidential primary convention, I, Senator Abubakar Atiku, do hereby declare Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the presidential candidate of our party in the forthcoming 2023 presidential election.
Asiwaju is a man of vision. Imagine when he was a senator, he was a youth himself by the time he took that position. After that, he became the governor of Lagos State. He was a youth. They say he's not a youth, he's old. How can you continue to say that? A man that identified at the time he was governor, the next person he gave the gubernatorial position, who succeeded him, was a youth. That's Babajide Fashola. So it is glaring that if Asiwaju comes on board, definitely the youth will have the right place.
His track records has shown that is the man capable to take Nigeria from where it is to the next level. Of course, you can see what he did in Lagos. Some of his commissioners are Igbos, are Hausas, and it clearly tells you that he has prepared himself for this position. And if he's president of this country, he definitely would also reciprocate what he has done in Lagos to Nigeria at large. And for me, I think he's the best man for the job. The APC should come together, rally around him. He has paid his dues, and I think he's the best person that would steer the ship of APC.
Between February and May 29, he will have set up committees of brilliant people, brilliant professionals that will deal with issues issues that we need in Nigeria: electrification, security, the economy. And by May 29, he's going to start off and he will start implementing those programs. He's a man that has done it before. He's a man that has the capacity to do it again. He's a man that has the capability to do it again. That's why we are all for him.
The presidential candidate, in his acceptance speech, called on the entire party structure to join hands to ensure the dreams of the party is kept alive by keeping the PDP at bay from governance.
All executive governors here present, it's not my job alone. Building this party, I don't even know what I did right that gave you the confidence of nominating me today. All the governors, we didn't just coin a progressive governors forum.
Not the look speech now.
We have that appellation. We earned it. It is us. We are progressives. We are a nation builder. We are not destroyers. We are confident, courageous that this nation is back on track.
Yes,
Having concluded their party primaries, it is clear that the stage is now set for the political parties to roll out issue-based campaign strategies that will endear Nigerians home and the diaspora towards the 2023 polls.
Council is about two things. One, digital economy, which is the fastest growing economy in Nigeria, particularly in 2020, looking at the role it plays in lifting out our country out of our recession. When it comes to e-governance, also a lot has been achieved. Part of the achievement prior to the inauguration of the council, Mr. President has directed me, in which I convey that to Nigerian Communications Commission and National Information Technology Development Agency, where both of them have been purchasing ICT facilities for federal and state institutions towards achieving the e-governance. Only this year, Mr. President has directed where NCC purchased over 6,000 facilities for our institutions, and the same with NIDA, and also Galaxy Backbone Limited has been providing fiber optics connectivity to offices and other government institutions. So this is, in summary, what the council is all about. The council is to be the highest body when it comes to digital economy and e-governance in Nigeria.
That is how far you can take tonight on Abuja Dispatch. For further information, comments, and suggestions, you can reach us out on any of our various social media platforms. Thank you for sharing your moments with us tonight on Abuja Dispatch. A week from now, we'll bring you another refreshing package. Same time, same station. Adegboyega Arobodo is my name. Have a good night.